What's up, guys? Welcome back to Just Like Smith channel. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how to install the Horn Blaster's spare tire delete kit train horn setup. So this goes where your spare tire goes underneath the truck. It's a super high quality self-contained compressor, tank, and horn setup with a bracket that literally hoists up in place of your spare tire. And in today's video, we're gonna unbox it, assemble it, hoist it up, wire it up, and honk it and show you guys how loud it is. They are extremely loud. It's not gonna pick up quite over camera. Whenever y'all hear a set of Horn Blaster's train horns in person, especially this one to be specific, now they have multiple different sets. You don't have to have the spare tire delete kit. They sell a wide variety of horns from cheap to expensive, and they're all the best quality. So don't forget to check out hornblasters.com. I don't have a discount code for you, but I think they're going to be having some awesome like Black Friday sale if Black Friday's not already passed whenever I get this video uploaded. And then of course Christmas and New Year's sales. So always check out the website and look for some sales. But without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox all this stuff.
So the exact kit that I got was the spare tire delete kit, the Conductor's Special 244K Nightmare Edition. So this is completely blacked out. This is going to match any vehicle. Yes, you can have some of these brackets and stuff sandblasted and powder coated to match your truck build. Right now the truck is just clean and simple, kind of stock looking. We don't have any custom powder coat except for under the hood. So for example, like on some customers' trucks, this is my personal truck, but like this blue color, for example, like you could take this train horn kit and have the bracketry and stuff powder coated, you know, like whatever color you're doing on your truck build to customize it for you. I have even took the horns and painted them to match a customer's truck. I'll throw some pictures up on the screen. So you can really customize this kit to make it look exactly how you want it to look. But it's super, super high quality. Looks great right out of the box. You don't have to customize it. It's ready to bolt on. It comes with everything that you need. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this. I'm gonna lay it all out on the garage floor and we're gonna go over everything that it includes. I don't wanna like literally show me cutting everything and, you know, unpackaging each individual thing. I don't want to bore you to death with shots like this. Look guys, I'm cutting the box open. Follow for more. So anyway, we're gonna get all this stuff unboxed and then I'll show it to you. So I've got everything laying out right here behind me, super, super organized, and we're gonna walk you guys through what all comes in the kit and then we'll go ahead and assemble it like I said. So with this kit, I'm gonna start with branding. So whenever you get your kit, you're gonna get a lot of stickers. All the boxes are labeled Horn Blasters. The branding from this company is awesome. They're proud of their name and they make great quality products. Second up, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the horns. So here are the horns, and then with this spare tire delete kit, it comes with 4 horns. You can also buy a additional part number. I'll try to include it in this video, but you can buy like an extension kit and it will add 2 more horns onto your spare tire delete kit. So you'll have 6 horns total, and it makes it quite a bit louder. So moving on from the horns, over here, like I said, we've got all the stickers and everything. We have some airline, all of your fittings, airline, all that kind of stuff is gonna be in this box right here. And everything is nicely labeled right here. Everything that comes in this box is on the outside of it. You have your solenoid, you have all of your, right here is the universal wiring kit. So all of your fuses, butt connectors, crimp connectors, wire, everything that you need right here. And of course you can also use your own wiring stuff, but they just send a universal wiring kit with this so then you can get it installed. Even the like the little gauge on your air tank has the Horn Blasters logo on it. Like I said, awesome branding from this company. Here are all of your super high quality fittings, and these are like the shark bite style. So you literally just shove the airline in. Super easy to disconnect and super easy to connect. So you'll cut your airline to length, and then whenever you shove it in here, it will automatically seal, and you'll like kind of not really hear it click, but you'll feel it kind of seat into place. Really, really good connectors. So this is just your air tank. You could have this powder coated to match your truck build. Like I said, from where this is the Nightmare kit, everything comes black. You got your spare tire bracket right here. So this will get hoisted up after everything is bolted to it. But like I was saying, you could powder coat this one color, you could powder coat that one color, you could paint the horns.
Oh, I almost forgot the compressor. So this compressor is actually different from my last Horn Blasters kit. This must be like a updated design. This compressor is a little bit larger than my other one, if I remember correctly. Not that there was anything wrong with the older compressor, but like I said, this one looks beefier and nicer than the compressor that I used to have. So that's really cool that it looks like it's been upgraded in the same kit. But yeah, so here is the Horn Blasters spare tire delete kit bracket. So like I said, your spare tire hoist will drop down into here, and then you'll hoist that up just like your tire, and all of the horns, the compressor, everything will be self-contained and mounted right here. And then all we have to do is run the ground wires and the power wires, and then you're completely set up, ready to go. Let me just show you something right quick as far as the installation goes. Right here says connect to fused 12 volt, so that's going to go to your battery. Connect to compressor, that will run to one of the wires on the compressor. Connect to ground, and right here connect to key on power. So this is pretty much going to tell your compressor, hey, the key's on, you're allowed to use the compressor if you need to. This one is going to pretty much talk to the compressor, and this one is going to provide just a consistent, solid 12 volt power source, and then of course your ground. Now I tell you guys this just so that you kind of better understand whenever I go to wiring it up and assembling it here in a little bit, you can just better understand, and you can do this yourself and save time and money, not have to have a shop do it. But anyway, like I said, everything is super nice and labeled from Horn Blasters, so that makes everything an absolute breeze. And the reason I mentioned key on power and stuff like that is because you don't want like your truck to just always be running the compressor and like not shut off, or even if it does shut off because of the pressure switch solenoid, you don't want it to kind of leak off if you have a small leak, or just like as the temperature changes and stuff, you don't want it to drain your battery down and like try to run the compressor. So it'll make the install really nice, because the last thing you want is for all of your batteries to be dead in your truck from installing your horn kit the wrong way and the compressor's just out in the driveway at 2 o'clock in the morning kicking on, running your batteries down. So you definitely want it to only work whenever the key is actuated on, or whenever the truck is running. Now we're going to be installing this on my 2006 F250, but I'll try to kind of walk you guys through how to find key on power by just using one little simple test probe, something that you can pick up at the auto parts store super cheap. It's not really a specialty tool, but I guess it kind of is. So you can literally just poke some fuses in the fuse box on the truck. You'll find one that is off and doesn't light the probe up when the key is off, but whenever you turn that key on, or if the truck is running, then that fuse does have power. And then that's where your somebody's ripping a Harley up the road. That would be where the key power on wire would hook up to. You've also got your instruction sheet right here. Awesome instructions. We've got colored pictures. So really good instructions with the kit. Super simple, super simple kit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take all of these parts that are laying right here on the floor from the Horn Blasters kit, and we're gonna go ahead and assemble the spare tire delete bracket, get this assembled all as one big unit sitting here, and I'm gonna walk you guys through and show you kind of what I've done. I promise you, you got this. Let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and mount up the horns to the spare tire delete kit. This can be done using a 1/2" wrench. Obviously you don't want to tighten these too much, so I like using the stubby so you don't accidentally put too much torque on it. But just go ahead and snug those up. They drop through. It has a washer and a nut. Should look like that. These do go from shortest to longest, so there's 4 different lengths. And then up here in the front, you have a washer on the back side, on the bottom side of this. So there'll be a washer on the bottom side. Slide the horn through, put a washer on, and then you obviously don't want to tighten that too much, and it has a nylon locking nut. So as soon as that snugs down, as soon as that bottoms out, go ahead and snug that up just a little bit, and then that'll be plenty tight enough. You don't have to over tighten these. It has a nylon locking nut. It's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten all these up using a 10mm. And then like I said, this was a 1/2" wrench to tighten up the backs, and on to the next step. Okay, now depending on which kit you buy, your directions could look a little bit different than mine. We're gonna go off of our directions right here, and I went ahead and went through these 2 bags. There's pretty much 2 bags that have a bunch of fittings. Sort through the bags and find everything that you need, and then you'll also have your thread tape. So we have a 1/4" plug, which is right here. This is gonna screw into the bottom of the compressor. We've got our air gauge. It's going to go into the left side over here. Okay, so now leading on to the next step, we got all of the fittings and stuff installed on the compressor, and then using a 1/2" ratchet and a 1/2" wrench, and apparently Rhett is using a 9 on a 1/2" bolt. Anyway, I went ahead and slid this all the way up. These mounts inside of this bracket are oval shaped, so you can raise this up or down. Mounted that all the way up, and now next up, I believe we have to mount the like the solenoid valve right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and start running some air lines. You ready, Rhett?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is gonna mount right in here in this slotted position. Yep, and then it's gonna connect to right there. Yep. So now I've got all of this mounted up. It says to cut each one of these to 18 inches. I kind of cut each one a little bit different so then I could make the hoses run exactly like I want to, but you can cut each one of these to 18 inches. It's the smallest hose that it comes with. And then this hose right here, you cut to 5 inch and something, 5 1/4, and it comes with an airline cutter, so you cut this and it goes from there to there. So these just press in. It's kind of like a shark bite fit, and you just push it in, then it'll kind of click and this will pop back out, and then they're not going anywhere. So now it's time to mount the compressor, run the rest of the lines, and then this is a full self-contained horn system. And you can replace either one of these. I'm not sure which one is better to replace, but I think I replaced this one last time. Or no, I think I replaced this one last time. I replaced this with a male fitting, and then you can have like onboard air and use this air tank and stuff to have onboard air, so that was pretty cool. And you just keep an air hose with you in case you need to put air in your tire or anything like that. But we're gonna go ahead and get this compressor mounted up next, and then run the rest of the hoses, and this will be fully done and ready to hoist up and then wire up. So we've got the compressor mounted up. There are 4 screws that mount the compressor right here. Mine is slid all the way forward. Depending on which kit you got with which compressor, yours may be a little bit different. So pretty much we have our switch. This has positive and negative. We have our compressor, has positive and negative. And then we have our solenoid right over here. Pressure switch solenoid. We've got ground, key on power, connect to compressor, and 12 volt. So it really is as simple as that. Now that we have this entirely assembled self-contained unit, we can go ahead and put the feet on. Now every vehicle will be different, so you may have to kind of try this, hoist it back down, try it a little bit different way, hoist it back down. I've even had to build plates like up where the spare tire goes on certain customers' trucks. But you pretty much have these feet, and there are some extensions for the feet, even longer bolts for the feet. So you'll just have to kind of play around with this, and it'll show you this in the directions as well, whether you'll need the foot extensions or not. Just depends on how low you need your Horn Blasters kit to be. But look at this, guys, it looks absolutely awesome. There was a port right here that I also installed, but this thing is pretty much ready to slap the feet on, hoist it up into position, and then go ahead and start on the wiring. Okay, so this may look like quite the mess, and it has took a little while, but the end result is so worth it. So look how clean this looks. I'm gonna go pick up some smaller wire loom tomorrow, and I'm gonna loom these 2 black and red wires. And then of course, all of these wires will be in wire loom as well. Once they leave and like actually go up the frame of the truck, there will be one harness pretty much that runs up the truck. But anyway, this big fat red wire is gonna go straight to the battery and have a fuse. This blue wire is gonna go to key on power. And this red wire that comes from this solenoid, I went ahead and put some heat shrink around it just so it's black until it goes into the wire loom. So any little bit that you see right there is just black. So I feel like that looks nice. This red one is gonna go to your horn trigger wire. So it's gonna go to a wire. I've actually already got mine cut out. I can show you this right here. So this is the positive wire that only has power when I honk my horn. And this went, Rhett. Oh, okay. This wire only has power whenever I honk my horn. So that red wire that I showed you that comes from that valve, that pretty much lets air flow from the tank into the horns. And for the amount of time that that wire is getting power, it's going to be honking the horn. So that wire will have to be, it'll come all the way from the back up, and probably up through here or up from over there. I think that this really is worth spending the extra time on. So right here is all of the grounds from the entire harness. So you'll just do one ground straight to the frame. All of them are spliced into this connector. All of the grounds from the entire setup. I'll get some wire loom and put over these two black and red wires, and those will go and meet right here in the middle. So there will be no wires visible. It'll just be nice loom. I think it would actually be cool if they did like include like a upgrade, like clean install kit or something. I think that would be really nice. I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard for the people at Horn Blasters to actually come up with the proper dimensions and send a couple extra connectors, a little bit extra wire that I had to use just to extend this. But it's pretty much all the hoses right in here, and then you've got 3 positives and you've got 3 negatives. I think this is like one of the cleaner ways to do it, and I think once it's up under the truck there, Nightmare Edition, all black, I think it looks really sleek, low profile. Okay, so we've got the Horn Blasters kit hung by the spare tire hoist. So next up, we're gonna go ahead and hoist that up. All right, so I've got an impact gun. Ow, this thing keeps shocking me. Some extensions that go all the way to the spare tire hoist. I've got this thing hanging out. I've got all of the full length wires connected and heat shrunk right here. So that'll be easy to put the wire loom over. And then I use some electrical tape to kind of keep them all together right here. Pretty close to being in position. Alright, now we've got this hoisted up into position. As you can see, it looks really sick under here. So what I was saying is on these rubber pegs right here, you will have to adjust those and set those. Like I said, they slide forward and backwards. So you will have to set those up to your vehicle and what works best. Like where it puts the best pressure on the frame. Every vehicle is a little bit different. Now it's going to be time to wire these up. Like I said, red one's going to go straight to the battery. Blue one is going to go to a key-on power source. And then your gray one is going to be the switch that honks the horn. So that can either go to a powered switch. In this case, I'm wiring it to my factory positive horn wire. I finally got the Horn Blasters kit installed, and we're gonna test them out for the first time. I've just barely honked it, so we're gonna hammer down on them here in just a second. Here we go, guys. We're gonna roll a little bit of coal and honk them. Woohoo! Here we go. So as you guys can see, my factory horn, whenever I poke it, it is now a train horn. So instead of the normal horn, the trigger wire is wired to the factory power horn wire. But I absolutely love the Horn Blasters kit. So cool. So the compressor is airing up the tank right now. These horns look so sick underneath the truck. So right here is your main power wire, and it's got a big fuse right here. This is what runs the compressor. And then we have our trigger wire right here, which runs across the front, and it connects in right here to the factory horn wire. Fuse box inside of the truck we ran to a key-on power. You pretty much just use a power probe. I'll throw a picture up on the screen. You ground it out, and then you poke the little silver part on the fuse, and it lights up when the key is off. You don't want to use those. You want to use one that only lights up when the key is on, but it does not light up when the key is off. And that is what will tell your compressor when to turn on. I'm gonna go honk the horn right quick. They are so loud. Huge shout out to Horn Blasters for making this YouTube video possible. I will link this exact kit down in the description box below. Y'all go check them out. Always remember, everybody starts out as nobody, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching.